interesting, huh?
Yeah, it was. It's something I've never done before.
I think he needed it, that's for sure. We'll find out how he feels now. What was something that was really new to you from this session, besides the forehanded work?
Besides forehand work, I would have to say the tractioning with it. Yesterday,
You like that one?
actually, yeah, it was pretty good.
It's a little different than yesterday because now with him we can afford to do a lot more.
Yeah.
And then, what about the transitions? Do you feel like this is something you would like to include in your work?
Yeah, it actually is a seamless flow. And I've been working on trying to figure out how to get from one side to the other without.
I'd say the most important thing is not to overthink it. I think that if you allow yourself to just go with it, it will work better. Because a lot of times people get stumped and they start thinking what I'm going to transition to next or what I'm going to do right now. This is when the actual trouble begins, when you start panicking sometimes, especially when you're new in the field. That's one of the things. When you work, especially at a spa, if you have a second person, a lot of people like to synchronize, so they like turn them at the same time or something like this. Don't always do that because in a lot of cases it will mean that you kind of work routine.
Okay.
So I know consistency is important, and it is in the sense of when somebody is doing a therapeutic work. If you both have therapeutic massages, if one of you flips out stones just because they don't know what to fill their 15 minutes or 80 minutes, if they don't have enough techniques on their arsenal and they start taking out hot stones to do it or things like this that are not needed, that are not included in the service, it will show huge inconsistency. And next time when somebody else performs the service, they'll expect that in the same range. So in that token, that's not a good thing to do. But again, I feel that for the guest, if you go with what they need, even if it's not necessarily to protocol, it's beneficial to the guest more than anything. And with him, we saw a lot of hyperemia. We wanted to address that mole on the back. That's always something when you see something like this, especially being the odd shape and being that it's kind of not even. That's something that we always want to address. And then the other thing that we wanted to address is the rash on the side, just because they might not have noticed it, or we were joking about the poison ivy or something. That the people who work outside, they get exposed to things like this. Now, it's not something that feels icky or something like this, but it is your profession. Your hands are your money tool, so if you in any way compromise your hands, you will not help anybody. So fungus, open cuts, yeast infection, because you will see that unfortunately people with ulcers, that for example morbidly obese people, sometimes you mentioned you wanted to work in a hospice, more power to you if you do, but you will see people who have ulcers from sitting, laying in bedridden. They will have a lot of times in the folds of their flesh, they will have actual infection. How did that go, sir?
Very good. Wonderful.
Is she good to go?
Very good. Very good.
Yeah, she can start her own practice already.
Yeah. I got going to give a couple to the chiropractor today.
Very good. Thank you so much. And
so I'm going to the chiropractor at 5. Is that a good idea?
Oh yeah, he'll love you. He'll love you for this right now when you're softened up. So what advice do you have for him right now?
Okay. Okay. I'm trying to run seriously. Today I got time to rest.
We'll get you some water. You will rest. No, nothing drastic. No base jumping for you. Don't go on the demolition derby. No rodeo. Nothing like this. You want to kind of you want to not ruin our work right now, basically.
Right. I kind of took the day off.
Very good.
But I got a couple things to finish packing, but I packed the heavy stuff last night.
Since you'll be traveling, now with traveling your body will get extra exhausted.
8 hours of driving.
Do you take any multivitamins, anything like this? Now we're not nutritionists, but
I take actually I do take a lot of stuff. I take horse chestnut for blood circulation in my
and
legs.
horse tranquilizer?
No, horse chestnut. Horse chestnut. Multivitamin, vitamin C's, I found vitamin C's.
Now vitamin C is water soluble, B is fat soluble, so not worry about B, but vitamin C and any electrolytes with the extra water you have now, because you will feel thirsty, you will filter out faster because your kidneys will process faster. So the ones that will not hurt, take extras. I mean, it's not a nutrition advice, it's just common sense.
Just which one?
the electrolytes, you know,
Oh,
if, like
electrolytes.
vitamin C, potassium,
Yes, I got
sodium,
that.
you know,
Actually, I do
the
take
the things
potassium.
that you take. Yeah, that's the water soluble
Because
ones.
sometimes
Can,
with
yeah,
when
if you
I clean
get cramps,
carpets, I do my legs. I get
if you get
cramps in
cramps,
the legs,
yeah.
so then I'll take potassium
Yeah.
before I go to bed.
does it help?
Yeah.
Very good, very
Yeah.
good. So thank you so much for coming.
Okay,
Hopefully you
no,
like
thank
the,
you.
the octopus work on your back.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was like,
and
like
actually,
the octopus
I used
car
something
wash.
and I left my stupid wallet at home because
No,
I was
no, no,
late,
no,
so
no,
I
no,
can't
no.
even get pulled over.
No,
because I don't
no.
even have my driver's license with me.
Thank you, Scott.
We're gonna get you more business.
Thank you.
My mom had that. She had that aneurysm in her liver.
Okay.
And and then she had that open heart surgery. The doctors cut the honey and line in her heart. Can you see her? Should she wait? I mean, the surgery.
We need to get a
the open heart
doctor's
surgery
release.
was July 4th.
We need to get a doctor's release. That's all.
Oh.
If the doctor says it's
And
okay,
she can have a massage.
she can. There's all kinds of massage we can do. We can do very light massage.
3 or 4 doctors like every 2 weeks.
For healing, probably the best thing to do would be light lymphatic drainage massage. That's what.
Yeah,
something
she
you
wouldn't
do.
be able to handle.
No, and
you know,
with
my
being
body.
that her liver has been compromised, she will have to do special positioning. So we'll do similar to what we did if we do. But definitely, no. Any pathology, there is a way to treat. We just have to have the release from the doctor. Otherwise, we cannot proceed.
Okay.
Thanks again.
Okay. Thank you.
Have a good trip.
Thank you, Monica.
You're
Nice to
welcome.
meet you.
Have a good trip.
Doing well.